Hi everyone, welcome to Forging Ahead with Headlam. How are you doing today? I'm having a great day. I'm having a great week. Despite what comes, just tell yourself that you're having a great day, a great week, because guess what? Nobody can cramp your style. So just to give you a story about an incident that happened a few days ago, and just to show you that sometimes you might have people who try to cramp your style, who try to put you down, make you feel like you're less than. Alright, so a few days ago I left church with my two daughters and we went to a store to purchase something. And as soon as we entered the store, because my children are really small, like 7 and 6, so as soon as we entered the store, there was a lady that, started to pay them attention and was talking to them and so on. And she was about to leave the store, and my girls were standing right at, there's a part for postcards, a section that postcards were at, and she was about to exit, and she said to my eldest daughter, read something for me now. So my eldest daughter took up one of the postcards, and based on how the writing was, she wasn't quite sure about what was on it. So she started saying and the lady just said, but you can't read, man. And then she just left the store. Well, my daughter was crushed. Her spirit fell, and she came to me and she said, Mom, that I heard everything, but she came to me and she said, Mommy, that lady is so mean. Why would she say that to me? I didn't do anything to her. Why would she hurt my feelings like that? So, I said to her, show me the word that you were trying to pronounce. And she showed it to me. It was me. But because of the cursive, she wasn't really, sure. So she wanted to spell it out. And before she could even say the word, the lady just said, you can't read, and left the store. So I, took her to the car. We left the store and I took her to the car, and I had to reassure her. I said, look, before we went to church this morning, how many books did you read to me? And she reminded me. She said, 3 books, Mommy. I said, so can you read? She said, yes, Mommy. So I said, so do you believe what that lady said? She said, no, Mommy, but she hurt my feelings. I said, yes, baby, people are going to hurt your feelings. Not everybody's going to be there to encourage you and to support you, but you have to know for yourself what you are capable of. And I said to her, when we left out for church this morning and we were on our way to church, what did I say to you? And she said, Mommy, you said I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I said, so do you believe what I say? She said, yes, Mommy. I said, the Bible said that, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And from your ability, you know that you can read because you read 3 books for me this morning. 3 books for me this morning, right? Don't believe what other people say about you, even when you want to believe it. Don't believe them, because sometimes they are negative, and then they plant negative seeds in your head for you to believe it. I said, don't believe that. And her sister was there reassuring her as well, like, you can read. I don't know why the lady would say that to you. But, luckily I heard her, because I was right on time to remind her of her abilities, right? And even as adults, we know that we are capable of something, and even if we have never done it before, we know that we can do it if we try. But then you have some people who want to put you down, who want to crush your spirit for whatever reason, whatever agenda they have. They want to make you feel like you're less than. But guess what? You know your abilities, You know who you are. You know whose you are. You belong to Christ. And from me a little girl, me tell you, they shouldn't tell me all of this from me little, Say, me a royal priesthood, me a holy nation, me a peculiar people. All of these things were instilled in my head from I was a little girl, and I was able to tell my daughter and reassure her with that and remind her of her abilities. So don't make nobody tell you so you can't do this and you can't do that, or try to diminish your spirit and try to put it in a one box. Don't let them do it. Don't give them the time of day with that kind of negative energy. Because guess what? You know your abilities. You know who you are. And as I said, even if it's something new that you're going to do for the first time, just remind yourself of things that you have done before. Things that you have accomplished in your life. And I'm sure you must have accomplished something in your life. Something must be going on for you at some point in time. Remind yourself about those things. Listen, some of these people just want to see you caged up, then cramp your style, then make you have low self-esteem. Because what if I wasn't there to hear what the lady said to my daughter? And I heard her. She don't even know the little girl from anywhere, and she do that, probably not even recognizing the damage that she did. But you have some people who deliberate, Them say, me I gotta just kill that person, your vibe, me I gotta just put them down. But you have to recognize it for yourself. When people are trying to stomp on you, they don't want you to be successful. But you can't allow that. You're going to use that as your motivation to do the exact same thing that they said you can't do. Now follow them. Right? So that is my little motivation for you for the coming week. Right? Don't believe them. Who you going to believe? Believe yourself. Believe in your capabilities and your abilities. Because you can do it. And sometimes you have to just do it scared too. You have to just do it scared. But guess what? At the end of the day, when you look at all the things that you have done, you're going to say, boy, God, me thank you. I'm never really too sure about if I could do it. And the person said, I can't do it, But you have helped me. You have seen me through. So these are my few words to you in the form of a little story. But, be strong. Be courageous. Do it scared and afraid. And not care what nobody wants to say. Alright? So, thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye.